You comfy? Good. Scoot a little closer. Yeah, right there. I promise this is important. So, you know that movie you mentioned earlier? The one you said I definitely haven't seen? No, I have seen it. I just haven't seen it recently, which is basically the same thing as remembering it perfectly. Okay, so listen. I can explain the whole movie to you, like easily, start to finish, no problem. So, it starts, obviously, with like a city, or maybe a town, but definitely buildings. There are buildings. And the main character, he's a guy. Or, no, wait, it could be a woman. But either way, they're very important. You can tell because the camera follows them a lot. They're walking somewhere with purpose, even if they don't know where they're going yet. That's like a big theme of the movie. Finding yourself. Or losing yourself. One of those. Anyway, there's a problem. There's always a problem. I think it's something like time is running out, or society is collapsing, or someone lost something very valuable. Not like keys, more metaphorical. But also maybe keys? I feel like keys were important. And there's this other character. Kind of sarcastic. Definitely sarcastic. They say things like, well, this can't get any worse. Which means it immediately does. Now, people always misunderstand this part. But the main character and the sarcastic one, they're not friends at first. They pretend they are. But there's tension. Not romantic tension. Unless it is. Which, honestly, it might be. But if it is romantic, they don't kiss until, like, the third act. Or never. Or in a deleted scene. Anyway, they argue a lot. That's important. So then, there's the big moment. They discover that the entire situation could have been avoided if someone had just told the truth earlier. Which someone almost did, but then didn't, because they were interrupted by an explosion, or a dramatic entrance, or a flashback. Definitely one of those. You're smiling. Don't look at me like that. I know this movie. Okay, wait. There might be a train scene. If there isn't, there should have been one. Trains are very cinematic. Oh, and there's a villain. But not like a villain, more like someone who thinks they're right. They give a speech. A long one. About how the world works, or doesn't. And everyone just kind of stands there listening, even though they realistically could stop them. But they don't, because monologues are sacred. At some point, someone definitely says the title of the movie out loud. They always do. It's very subtle. You might miss it if you blink. And there's a scene where everything gets quiet. Like, no music, just breathing. Maybe rain. That's when you're supposed to feel emotions. Sad ones. But also hopeful ones. Bittersweet. Like when you finish a snack and wish you had more. This movie is actually really deep. It's about connection and choices, and how sometimes the real journey is the confusion we experience along the way. That's why the ending is a little open, or confusing, or extremely clear and people just pretend it's confusing. So in the final scene, the main character stands somewhere high up, like a rooftop or a hill, or metaphorically high. They look out at everything and they smile. Not a big smile, a small one. Like, yeah, I get it now. and then it cuts to black. Or white. Or a song starts playing that doesn't quite fit, but somehow works. What? You're saying that's not what happens? No, you're thinking of the director's cut. Very different. Common mistake. Okay, look, maybe I mixed up a few details, but the vibe, immaculate. And honestly, when you think about it, movies are more about how they make you feel than the actual events. And the movie made me feel like I understood it, which is basically the same thing. I mean, it's possible I watched it while doing something else. Maybe scrolling, half napping, or getting snacks. But that doesn't mean I didn't experience it. And besides, I kind of like explaining movies this way. It's cozier. You don't need to correct me. Just let me tell you the story the way I remember it, even if it's wrong. Especially if it's wrong. You can watch it again later, with all the correct details. But right now, you're here with me, listening. And honestly, this version is way more fun. Yeah. Stay a little longer. I can explain another movie next. I barely remember that one, too. Oh, wait. Actually, since we're already talking about movies, I definitely remember The Lord of the Rings. The first one, the Fellowship one. That one I know very well. So, okay, it starts with a ring. Obviously, there's always a ring. That's like the whole thing. And the ring is bad, but also powerful. But also kind of tempting in a way that feels rude. Like, you don't even want it, but it keeps insisting. So the main guy is Frodo. Or Bilbo. Hey there. YouTube only lets me misbehave so much. So if you want the uncut, extra spicy stuff, plus bloopers and exclusive audios, you'll have to catch me on Patreon. Don't be shy. The link's right there in the description. I'll see you there, baby.